So you're back as Uncle Fester in Addams Family 2. I'm just kind of wondering, what is it like to kind of revisit the character again the second time? And is there any difference to the approach as far as getting to voice the character again in a sequel?
I think when you're doing an animated movie, you don't always know exactly how they're going to play it until you see it. And so the advantage of doing a sequel is you're like, oh, that's how it, they show you bits and baubles as they're making it, but you don't really get a sense of what it's going to be until the final product. And so, going into the second one, I had a better sense of how Uncle Fester moved and the pieces that they used of him, and also to hear Oscar's performance as Gomez and Charlize's performance as Morticia and Chloe's performance as Wednesday, and of course Snoop Dogg's performance as Cousin It. You get to hear it all and see it all, and so when I got to do the second one, I had just a better sense of tonally and visually what the film was going to look and feel like, which was very helpful.
Nice. So of course the Addams Family is very quirky family unit who are going on this kind of like family vacation to kind of reignite the bonds between like the adults and the kids. And I was just kind of wondering, because I remember as a kid going on family vacations, some that I really wanted to go on, and then some that were a bit more forced, like you had to go because they could tell that you were, wanting to hang out with your friends more than like spend family time. And I was wondering if you had any experiences like that growing up. Did you have any big family vacations or traditions?
Oh, yeah, for sure. There were always like road trips, or we would go away together as a family. And it's this weird thing where your parents are spending all this time and money to get the family together, and then the kids are kind of complaining the whole time, and you're wondering what. I'm sure the parents are wondering, like, what the hell? Why did we spend all this time and money? And the kids are being annoying the whole time. But then you look back at it, and you look at pictures, you look at video of it, and you're like, oh, you know what? That was actually quality time spent together. And I think this movie does a good job of encapsulating that. It's like, the highs and lows of it. But ultimately, it's about that time together that, once you get older and you look back at it, you're nostalgic for.
Yeah, of course. I did want to ask too, because, in the film, there's kind of like this running joke where Uncle Fester is trying to give Pugsley advice on how to get attention from women. And I was just wondering, you don't need that now because you're happily married. But if you were a single Nick Kroll and you had an Uncle Fester in your life, would you take advice from him on how to do the opposite sex?
I would not take advice from Uncle Fester. I would take a little advice. I was very lucky that I had two older sisters who gave me good advice about how to talk to women. And now that I make Big Mouth, and I spent a lot of time talking to kids and thinking a lot about human development and sexuality and dating and stuff like that, I think I've gotten much better at understanding dating, and I'm a big believer in what is now being called enthusiastic consent. And I'd say there's nothing sexier than enthusiastic consent. So that's what I tell if people ever ask me, if kids ask me for advice, or young adults, teens, or people in college, or even in 20s and 30s. That's to me, that's the piece of advice that I give.
Well, nice. Thank you so much, Nick, for your time. They're wrapping me up, but I want to wish you much success on the film. And thank you for giving me a little bit of your time today. It was great. Thank you.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Scientia Imperi Decase Tutamen.
Hello? English, please.
I'm surrounded by idiots. I am completely different from my family.
Why is she avoiding us?
They're both growing up so fast.
Pretty hot, hey ladies?
I have the very solution. We are going on a family vacation. Let's roll!
They see me rolling. Patrolling, trying to catch me riding dirty.
You've always wanted to see more of this great country.
Right in the Niagara Falls.
Hi, what's your talent?
There's my little holy terror.
I remember the night Wednesday was born. It was a Tuesday. She was silent as a jellyfish. And I put all the babies back where I found them. I think.
We need to stop that family so the truth can come out.
Who is that man?
No one at all, dear.
This trip will bring the Addams closer than ever before.
Or there will be no survivors.
It's just us and the wonderful sound of silence.
Fire in the hole!
Here he is!
The depths of the sea, back to the black snoop doggy dog monkey at
It's good to see you, my be-whiskered cousin.
I still don't understand a word that guy says.